folks, welcome back to our channel. So as I had said in my previous video that today we will be doing some important questions on the topic which we had discussed in our previous video, okay, which was the general term of an AP. So let us get started. So the first question is, find the AP whose nth term is 7 minus 3n. Also find the 20th term, okay. So in this question, as you can see, you are not given the AP, okay. You are not given the list of numbers. But what is given to you? You are given nth term, whose nth term is 7 minus 3n, okay. So 7 minus 3n is what? The nth term of the AP, okay. And you have to find what is the AP. So what is given to us? Nth term. So nth term an is how much? 7 minus 3n. Okay, this is your clue. Using this we have to find the AP. So how do we do it? Nth term is given. So if nth term is given to you, you can find the entire list. Okay, it is very easy. What you have to do? You have to just substitute some values in place of n. Okay, so we will get started by substituting n is equals to 1. What happens if I put n as 1? Okay, so I will substitute 1 here. So a1 I am getting, n is 1, so I am getting a1. a1 is what? The first term of the AP. Okay, so a1 will become 7 minus 3. In place of 1 I am putting 1. Okay, so this will become 7 minus 3, 4. So you have got the first term. Okay, so now again what I will do? I will put some next value. So what I will put? I will put n as 2. Okay, so 2, if I put n as 2, what I will get? A2 is 7 minus 3 into 2. Okay, so this will become 7 minus 6, which is 1. Okay, so you have got A1, you have got A2. What you can find? You can find the common difference. Okay, so A1 is 4, A2 is 1, and you don't know anything else. But you can get these numbers by finding out the common difference. Okay, so D will be how much? A2 minus A1. So it will be 1 minus 4, which becomes minus 3. Okay, so you have got A1, A2, D. Now you can find out any term. Okay, but what we are asked? We are asked to find out the 20th term. So 20th term is A20. So by substituting the formula, I will get A plus 20 minus 1 into D, which becomes A plus 19 into D. So now A is what? A is the first term, so that is 4. So 4 plus 19 into D is how much? Minus 3. Okay, we have to just find the value now. 4 plus into minus will become minus. 3 into 9, 27. 3 into 1, 3 plus 2, 5. So 4 minus 57, so minus 53. So minus 53 is my 20th term. Okay, first term is 4, second term is 1, and so on. So my 20th term is minus 53. Very simple, right? So let us move to the next question. So what is our next question? Which term of the AP 53, 48, 43 is the first negative term? Okay, so in this question you are given the AP. You have to find out what is that term where you will get the first negative number. Okay, so if you look at the AP, you can see that the numbers are decreasing, right? 53, it is getting reduced to 48, then 43, and so on. So there will come a time when you will get 0 or some negative number also, correct? So you have to find that term where you will get the first negative number. Okay, so you don't know what is that term. This is my first term, this is my second term, this is my third term. So what is that term? Which term of the AP is the first negative term? Which is that term, which is that first term where you will get some negative value? Okay, that is what you have to find out. Okay, so what we will do? Again, I will write down the first values. A is how much? 53. D is how much? 48 minus 53. So this will be minus 5. Correct? 48, 49, 50 become 52, 53. Okay, so D is minus 5. So we have to find out which is that term. So again I will assume let n be the first negative term of the AP. Okay, so I am assuming let n be that particular term where I am getting the first negative value. Okay, so an I will find out. An is how much? A plus. So an means what? The nth term, correct? So if n is the first negative term, an will be how much? An is the negative value, correct? So it will be less than 0. So now what is an? An is a plus n minus 1 into d. It should be less than 0. What is that value of n for which my nth term is a negative number? Okay. So a is how much? I will put the values now. 53 plus n minus 1 into d is minus 5. So this should be less than 0. Okay. So now I will open this. So 53 plus into minus, minus 5n, minus into minus plus 1 into 5 is 5. So 53 plus 5 will become 58 minus 5n is less than 0. Okay. That I do not have an equal sign here, correct? There is no equal sign here. Okay. So you cannot continue simplifying it by assuming it to be equal to 0. Okay. Whenever we have a greater than or less than sign, there are some rules which we need to follow. Okay. So what are the rules? These are the rules which are said to be the inequality rules. Okay. Because this is not equal, so we call it as the inequality rules. So what is it that? If I am adding something on the LHS, I have to add the same thing on the RHS to keep the equation balanced. Okay. Similarly, if I am subtracting something on the left hand side, I will have to subtract the RHS as well with the same number to again keep the equation balanced. Okay. But if I am dividing again the LHS, the same thing I have to divide with the RHS also. And if I am multiplying, again I have to multiply the same thing. Okay. But if I am multiplying or dividing the LHS or RHS with a negative number, this sign will get reversed. Okay. So if I am multiplying or dividing the LHS and RHS with a negative number, then the sign of the inequality will get reversed. Okay. So let me explain. So here what I am doing, I will not directly send the 58 on the other side. Okay. I have to send it the other side. So what I will do, here I have plus 58, correct? So what I will do, I will do minus 58 on the LHS and same thing minus 58 I will do on the RHS to keep the equation balanced. Okay. So here you can see 58 minus 58, it gets nullified. So what will remain? Minus 5n. So minus 5n is less than minus 58. Correct? You may say that the same thing we will get by sending it the other side. But many people will do mistakes when negative sign comes. Okay. So that is why I am following the proper rules of the inequality here. Okay. So now you can see I have got minus 5 in here and minus 58 here. So what I will do, to get rid of the negative sign, I will multiply the LHS as well as the RHS with minus 1. Okay. I am multiplying with minus 1 to get rid of the negative sign. Okay. So as I had said, if I am multiplying with some negative number, the sign will get reversed. Okay. So minus 1 into minus 5 will become plus 5n. The sign will get reversed. Minus 58 into minus 1 will become plus 58. Okay. So now I have to get n. So I will divide the LHS as well as RHS with 5. So 59 by 5 will become n and 58 by 5. Okay. So n should be greater than 58 by 5. Okay. So 58 by 5 will be how much? N should be greater than 5 ones are 11.6. So what is the value of n? N should be greater than 11.6. Okay. So this is our answer. But we need to find the first negative term, correct? So what is that integer which is closer to this, which is greater than 11.6 and which is the first one to come? It is, you can see as in the number line, this is my plus 10, 11, 12. So 11.6, this becomes 11.5, this is my 11.6. Okay. So all these values are those where I will get a negative value. Okay. But n should be greater than 11.6 and it should be closer. So what is that value? It is 12. Okay. So n will be equal to 12. That 12 is the first integer which is greater than 11.6. So n is equals to 12 is the term where I will get the negative number. First term where I will get a negative value. Okay. So you can always check. A12 will be how much? A plus 11D. A is how much? 53 plus 11 into D is minus 5. So 53 minus 55. So it is minus 2. So 12th term is minus 2. So this is the first term where it becomes negative. Okay. So our answer is what? N is equals to 12. Bingo. Right. So let's move to next set of questions. So our next question is, find the 20th term of the AP whose 7th term is 24 less than the 11th term, first term being 12. Okay. So first let us write down what is given to us. So what is given? First term being 12. So A is 12. Find the 20th term. So we have to find A20. Okay. And what is given? Whose 7th term is? So 7th term A7 is 24 less. So 24 less than the 11th term. So A11. 24 less than the 11th term. Okay. Many students find it difficult to frame this equation. Okay. 7th term is, so A7 is 24 less. So I will have to subtract 24 from what? Than the 11th term, from A11. Okay. So this is what is given to us. We have to find what? A20. Okay. So A is 12. We are not given D. Correct. But we will get it if we solve this equation, the hint. Okay. So A7 is how much? A plus 60. Correct. Will be equal to A11 is A plus 10D minus 24. Okay. So we will solve this. A will get cancelled. 10D will come here. So 6D minus 10D will become minus 24. So minus 4D is minus 24. So D is 6. Okay. So we have got D. We have to find A20. So A20 is how much? A plus 19 into D. A is 12. So 12 plus 19 into 6. So 12 plus 6 into 9, 54. 6 into 1, 6 plus 5, 11. So 4 plus 2, 6, 2. So A20 is 126. So let us move to the next question. Okay. If the nth terms of the two APs 9, 7, 5 and so on, and 24, 21, 18 and so on are the same, find the value of n. Okay. Also find that term. So here, as you can see, you are given two APs. Okay. So what is the first AP? First AP is 9, 7, 5 and so on. This is my first AP. And what is the second AP? 24, 21, 18 and so on. This is my second AP. Okay. So what are they saying? The nth terms of the two APs are the same. Okay. That means nth term of this AP is equal to the nth term of this AP. Okay. So you have to find that value of n. So what is that nth term for which the two values are equal? Okay. So first I will find out an of this AP. Okay. An is how much? A plus n minus 1 into d. So what is A here? A is 9 plus n minus 1 into d of this AP is how much? 7 minus 9. So that becomes minus 2. Okay, so I will write minus 2 here. So that will become 9 minus 2n plus 2. So this becomes 11 minus 2n. Okay, so this is the nth term of this AP. So now I will find out the nth term of this AP. Okay, so an will be again a plus n minus 1 into d. A is 24 plus n minus 1. What is d here? D is 21 minus 24. So that will become minus 3. Okay. So I will substitute the value of minus 3 here. So what I will get? 24 minus 3n plus 3. Okay. So So upon solving, 24 plus 3, 27 minus 3. So this is the nth term of this AP and this is the nth term of this AP. So what are they saying? They are saying that these two are the same. Okay, so what I will do? I will equate these two. So as per the question, I will write 11 minus 2n is equal to 27 minus 3n. Okay, so let us solve. I will bring all the n's on one side. So 3n minus 2n is equals to 27 minus 11. So 3n minus 2n is n. So this becomes 16. Okay, so we have found that value of n for which the nth terms are same. Okay, so next we have to find what is that term. Also find that term. So we are asked to find a16. Okay, so a16 is how much? A plus 15 into b. So a is how much? A you can take any of those. Okay, so if I am sticking to this AP, I will have to put the values of this AP alone. Okay, so a is 9 plus 15 into d is how much? 60. Okay, so 15 into 60, we will find it out here. 16 into 15. So it is 240. Okay, so 240 plus 9, our value is 249. If you do the same thing with the other AP also, you will get it same because your n terms are same, correct? So that is why you will get the same thing. So this is how we will solve this type of question. Okay. So let us move to the next set of questions. So let us see how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7. Okay. So you have to find what? You have to find that how many 3-digit numbers are there which are divisible by 7. Okay. So this you can solve using AP. Okay. So let us see how we can do this. So to get this started, we need to first find out what are the 3-digit numbers. Okay. So 3-digit numbers, as we know, it starts from the number 100. 100, 101, these are our 3-digit numbers. Until where does this list go? It will go on till 999. The next number is 1000, which is not a 3-digit number. Okay. So this is our entire list of 3-digit numbers. So from this list, we have to find what are those numbers. How many numbers are there which are divisible by 7. Okay. So first we will find out from this list. Let us bring another list where we get only those numbers which are divisible by 7. Okay. So we will check if 100 is divisible by 7 or if 101 is divisible by 7. So we do not know which is that first number which is divisible by 7, correct? So how will we get that first number which is divisible by 7? So what we will do, we will divide this 100, I will divide with 7. Okay, so I am dividing 100 by 7. So 7 ones are 7, 3, 7 fours are 28. So what is the remainder? Remainder is 2. Okay, now what I will do, I will subtract this remainder from 100. So 100 minus 2, I will get 98. So 98 is the number which is divisible by 7. Okay, because this 2 was extra, that is why it is a remainder. So if I subtract that 2, I will get 98, which is divisible by 7. Okay, so 98 is divisible by 7. So what is that number? Next number which will be divisible by 7. How will I get? I will get if I add 7 to this number, correct? So 98 plus 7 will give me how much? 8 plus 7 is 15. So 105. So 105 is that first number in this list which is divisible by 7. You can check again if you are not sure. 7 ones are 7. 3. So 7 into 5 is 35. Yes. 105 is the first number which is divisible by 7. Okay. So we have got the first number which is divisible by 7. So next what I will do, what is the next number? 105 plus 7 if I do, then I will get the next number. So 105 plus 7 will give me how much? 7 plus 5? 112 is my next number. Plus 7 again, 119 is my next number, and so on. So what is that last number which is divisible by 7. So how will I do? Again I will divide this last number by 7. 999 divided by 7. So 7 ones are 7, 7 fours are 28. So 1, 7 twos are 14. So 500. So this is 5 is the remainder. So what I will do? I will subtract 5 from the dividend. So I will get 994. Okay. So now you check 994. It will be divisible by 7. 28. So 1, 7 into 2 is 14. Yes, correct. So 994 is the last number which is divisible by 7. Okay. So if you know this, from this part you can come to this part by just dividing it with the number which is given and finding out that number which falls in this list. Okay. So 98 is no more in the list. We have to deal only with 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. So this is our final list of 80, which is 3 digits also, 3-digit numbers, and they are divisible by 7 also. Okay. So we have obtained the 80. So now what are we supposed to find out? How many are there? This is our entire list. So how many terms are there in this 80? How many numbers are there? So this is what? How many terms are there in this 80? Okay. So that is what will give us the answer. So A is how much? A is 105. D is how much? Common difference. So it is obviously 7. So we have to find how many numbers are there. Okay. So how we can do? We know the last term, correct? So the last term is what? 994. So if I find out, this is my first term, this is my second term, this is my third term. So this is what? The last term, correct? Of this 80. So if this is the 20th term, that will mean what? That there are 20 terms in this 80. If this is the 30th term, it will mean that there are totally 30 terms in the 80. So I have to find what is the term. What is the term where I will get 994? Which term of the 80 is 994? So I have to find n, where an is 994. Okay. So I will substitute in the formula. A plus n minus 1 into d is 994. So A is how much? 105 plus n minus 1 into d is 7, 994. Okay. So I will send this on the other side. So n minus 1 into 7 is 994 minus 105. Okay. So 994 minus 105 will be how much? 14 minus 5. So that will be 5 here and 4 here. 9. So 8, and this will be again 889. Sorry, this will be 7, correct? Sorry, this will be 8. Yes. 9 plus 5, 14. 9, 9. Yes. So this is 889. Now what I will do? I will send the 7 on the other side. So n minus 1 is 889 by 7. So this will become 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 sevens are 49. So n minus 1 is 127. So n is 127 plus 1. So 128. So totally there are 128 terms in this AP. So what it is? There are totally 128 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. Okay. So this is our final answer. I hope this has helped you all a lot. So in our next video we will deal with some new and interesting concepts from the same chapter. So until then, goodbye.